everyone, this is Debs and this is your TGIF for Friday the 9th of Jan 2026. So guys, I hope you're all well. Let's get into this. Now the deck that I'm using is one of my favorites, is the Witch's Tarot. If you guys feel that one of these readings resonate with you, you're welcome to book a private reading. Everything is down below. The link is there to join the channel, and of course all the decks are listed. So let's start off, guys, with the sign of Aries. Here we go. Card flipped over already. Gotta take it. The Fool. I love it. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Aries, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 9th of Jan, moving into the weekend and into a brand new week. Aries, are you on a brand new path? Are you taking a leap of faith and a risk? Okay, we'll see what's going on, guys. We'll see what's going on. Can't believe the Fool flipped over. The power of tarot. Okay, so here we go. This is you. Looking pretty sprightly, looking quite excited. All right, Aries. The Page of Cups. So Aries, you may be taking a leap of faith and a risk and apologizing to someone for something that you did. Maybe. Five of Swords. Aries, you may have sabotaged a situation. It could even be without even realizing you were doing it. Okay. Six of Cups. Deep in nostalgia, Aries. Shadow side. Okay. Aries, for some of you, you may have taken a leap of faith and a risk. You might have sabotaged a situation because previously you may have been sat in a little bit of shadow. No judgment, guys. We've all been there. It's as if you want to say to someone, I'm so sorry for what happened in the past. I can't believe I did that. I'm a changed person, right? Please forgive me. Okay, Aries, the Strength card. You've been holding back from doing this. You've been looking at past mistakes, but maybe, Aries, you couldn't face approaching someone to apologize before. You may have followed rules and regulations without connecting to your heart space, or you may have caused someone an issue. Could be a Leo, could be a Taurian, could be a Cancerian with the Chariot. You've either patched up a marriage, victory and success in a marriage, or Aries, you're apologizing to someone for the past, hoping to reconnect with them having left a marriage, okay? Eight of Pentacles. Page of Wands. You could be working on a connection with a younger fire sign, or you could be working on the situation if you know, Aries, you made someone feel angry. Eight of Wands. This is a lot of communication, guys. Ooh, Queen of Wands. This is a lot of communication, Aries, either from you as a masculine to a Queen of Wands, or this is you as a feminine Queen of Wands, Aries, apologizing to someone for taking a leap of faith and a risk. Okay, guys. Ooh, Queen of Cups. Aries, if you're a masculine, you may be communicating with a Queen of Cups that actually she was the other woman. You were married at the time. Sorry, but I found you very attractive. You're either saying you want to work on the situation with her because you've now left a situation, or with the energy that you're sat in as a feminine Aries, this could be a family dynamic. You could be apologizing to a Queen of Cups for sabotaging the past. Maybe this is you doing something in the past in a family situation, Aries, that caused this Queen of Cups a lot of upset, okay? You could be the mom, you could be the sister, whatever this is. Yeah. Okay, guys, underneath the deck, let's have a look. Oh, my goodness. 10 of Swords. So there was betrayal, if I can speak, in a connection. I think, Aries, you might have been feeling really guilty about this. I'm sorry, guys, but that is guilt. Maybe, Aries, you felt guilty because you had feelings for someone, but you couldn't commit to them, so you held back and held back and held back up until now. Or if this is a family dynamic, Aries, you may feel as if you want to apologize to someone you care about because maybe there was unequal give and take financially, looking at financial mistakes in the past maybe. And this is you wanting to right the wrong. The Emperor. So Aries, you could be coming through as the Emperor, you could be coming through as a Queen of Wands, but there's definitely a sense that there was betrayal in the past. Whoever you are in the mix, I think you're wanting to act with integrity, you're wanting to sort a situation out. But with the energy of the 10 of Wands, there was a lot of burden, I think, Aries, there will be a lot of burden in you moving towards someone to apologize. You want to heal the situation, Aries, but you may be afraid that this person's already sort of emotionally checked out. Is it too late? Is it too late? If you're a masculine, let's see if you're going to leave your partner. 4 of Wands. You may not leave your partner completely, Aries, but you may move into legal separation. So you may stay legally married. You may be hoping this Queen of Wands wants to move into a living together situation. Tell us about the situation if my Aries is coming through as a Queen of Wands. Temperance. Okay. Aries, you may want to have a conversation with a Sagittarian, female, or if this is you, you want to mend a connection with a Queen of Cups and sort something out, work in partnership, maybe to resolve a situation that might have pertained to you breadcrumbing a Queen of Cups financially and causing her heartbreak. So you are going to be trying to mend the situation, Aries. The Death card. Okay. This Queen of Cups could be a Pisces, a Cancerian, or a Scorpio. Very strong Scorpio energy. You want to transform this, Aries, whoever you are in the mix. Okay, guys? So I'm leaving it there. I hope you've enjoyed this reading, guys. Have a lovely weekend. And we're now moving to the sign of Taurus. So, my beautiful Taurians, here we go, guys. I hope you're all well. Let's see what we have for my lovely Taurians. Archangel Michael, tell us about Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, masculine or feminine, Friday, the 9th of Jan, heading into the weekend and into a brand new week. I'm seeing a white and black checkered flag, almost a flag that someone sort of puts down as in, okay, race is starting, and then, you know, all the cars sort of zoom off. I think it's a flag they use in motor racing. That's what I'm getting. Okay, Taurus, are you deciding to charge forward very quickly? Are you making a move? Are you taking some kind of action quickly? Okay, guys. Oh, unbelievable. The Fool again. There may be a very strong connection with an Aries, but first card out again. Unreal. Okay. The King of Swords. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Seven of Cups. Six of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, straight out the gate, Taurus, I think you are communicating with the King of Swords, that he took a leap of faith and a risk, being very strategic, and ended up breadcrumbing you, Taurus, or if this is your partner, Taurus, you may be talking to your King of Swords about making a situation right. We need to balance this out. This wasn't right, and we need to do it quickly. Okay, guys. Four of Swords. You want to heal a situation, Taurus. High Priest, this is you. You want to heal a situation by moving through a very traditional process to make something right. Because with the Five of Wands, there was a lot of drama, a lot of upset about the Ten of Pentacles, either to do with money, or this could be to do with family, will, inheritance, estate. There was a lot of drama. Queen of Pentacles, I think this is you, Taurus. I think this is you. Seven of Wands. Okay. You are looking at balancing out a situation. Your partner may have been a little bit frugal with money. It might be in writing out a will. It could relate to children, two children here. You may have felt he should have looked at the situation more closely. I think you're standing your ground, Taurus, as maybe the mother here. Because what you're realizing is this has caused you a huge amount of burden. You may feel that one child was a little bit sneaky, wanting the majority of the family wealth. Yeah. And Eight of Wands. There's going to be a lot of very fast communication pertaining to sorting this out. Underneath the deck, my lovely Taurians, you're coming through as the Empress. Beautiful energy. I think, Taurus, you are having a conversation with this King of Swords. This wasn't right. Yes, we wanted to keep hold of our money for as long as possible, but one child got away with a lot of money. The other child was breadcrumbed, right? We need to make sure this is balanced. We need to make sure this is right. Okay, Ace of Swords. You know the truth, Taurus. You know the truth. You want to start a new cycle where everything is fair and balanced. With the energy of the Hangman, you see things differently now. You could have received a message of truth from a Pisces, that this Pisces was overwhelmed, very upset, whilst with the energy of the Knight of Wands, there could have been a younger fire sign who was given a lot of money or managed to extract a lot of family money from a situation. So whoever this Queen of Wands was, male or female, they have ended up sitting in the Nine of Pentacles in a lovely temperate place. Okay? And I think with the Ace of Pentacles, Taurus, what you're realizing is this has to be sorted out. Yeah. You're going to take legal action, whatever that pertains to be, to make sure everything is fair and balanced, because you know you have been standing at crossroads, thinking about working in partnership to try and sort this out. And I don't think, Taurus, you have done up until this point of time. Maybe you've been too busy. Maybe you've been hoping, Taurus, any drama would die down. But with the energy of the Five of Pentacles, the child that was breadcrumbed, maybe, Taurus, is detaching from you, very upset, very stressed. And I think what you're realizing is this has to be sorted out, and pretty quickly. So I think, Taurus, you are putting pressure on a King of Swords to do the needful. guys. This is beautiful. You're sorting this out. So well done, my Taurians. You are doing the right thing. I hope that that resonates for some of you. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Gemini. So, my gorgeous Geminis, this is your reading for Friday the 9th of Jan. Let's see what's going on, guys. Oh, one card was left. Ace of Pentacles. Might mean something to someone. You could be moving. Okay. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Geminis, please? Friday, the 9th of Jan, heading into the weekend and into a brand new week. Okay, I don't know why I'm seeing a red flag. What is with all these flags? Red flag. Are you worried someone's going to do something? Are you noticing something that's making you feel nervous? Gemini. Let's have a look, guys. Two of Cups. Wow. Okay. Knight of Wands. Are you in love with a fire sign, Gem? Who is single? Okay. Or Gemini, you could be a single female who has the hots for a fire sign. Temperance. Sagittarian energy. Okay. High Priestess. Okay, Gem, you have the hots for someone who is single. Whoever this person is strongly connected to the divine. It could be a Pisces, a Cancerian, or a Sag. I feel, Gemini, you want to approach this person, but the problem is you might have treated them a little bit like an option in the past, okay? And as a result, Gem, this person may not be speaking to you anymore, and this is you nervous, okay? Four of Swords. You want to heal this connection, Gemini. King of Swords. You're wanting to come up with a plan where this person will welcome you back into their life, but you're very stressed, Gem, that it might be over. 10 of Wands. You're very worried. Is it too late? Have I messed up? Is this person going to push me away? You're afraid of approaching them, Gemini, because you feel they're simply going to be defensive. Oh, guys. 7 of Cups. Page of Cups. Gemini, I think you, at the time you met this person, you were young, free and single, playing the field. You may have chosen another option and then bitterly regretted that choice. You're now wanting to approach this person to apologize, but you may feel it's too late. You're looking at past mistakes. 7 of Pentacles. I shouldn't have treated them like an option and then just left them, right? Yeah. Gemini, you may be very, very attractive, but you did sit in ego previously. You know? You may be a bit ashamed of that. With the energy of the Empress, you're now seeing this person as your true life partner. I could be connecting with a masculine, Gemini. King of Swords. You are now realizing what you've lost, Gemini. You want to go back to this woman, but you're very worried that because of the way you treated her in the past, she's simply not going to be interested. Oh, Gems. Okay. 3 of Cups. Under the deck. The Star. You want to reunite with someone, Gemini, that you now see as your perfect counterpart, right? This woman is coming through as the Queen of Swords, though. You may feel she's going to be very cold towards you because you caused her drama, you caused her upset in the past, because you breadcrumbed her. Right, Gem? You want to come in to say, actually, I do care about you. I think I love you. I think you're the one. If I walk away from the other options that previously I was considering, would you agree to move into the Ten of Cups with me? Gem. So shall we see what she's going to say, my Geminis? What is this woman going to say to my Geminis? Nine of Swords. She is going to admit, Gem, that she was very stressed at the time. She might have been very upset that you just dropped her, right? She may say to you, I was very stressed, which is why I blocked you. So she blocked you, Gemini. Shouldn't laugh, sorry. Eight of Wands. This is a conversation between you two. So she is going to communicate now. If she blocked you, you may be emailing her. The Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. You're manifesting communication with this woman. You really want her back in your life. You want to work in mending this, Gemini. You feel this is your perfect counterpart. This is someone who was sat in pre-Empress, Empress energy. She's very wise. She's grounded. She's independent. You find her very attractive. She's highly intuitive. You are now seeing this woman's worth, Gem. She will communicate with you. She would explain why she blocked you. You probably already know. She is going to suggest that you two spend time together, but she is very guarded. So you're going to have to take it really slowly because I think, Gemini, the trust needs to be rebuilt. Okay? Yeah. Anything else we need to know for Gemini? Yeah, this is somebody from your past, Gem. Could be a past life soulmate. But you are now seeing this woman's worth, guys. So, my gems, a beautiful reading. I'm leaving it there. Take care of you guys. And we're now moving to the sign of Cancer. So, my gorgeous Cancerians, here we go, people. I hope you're well. Keep leaving the final card on the table. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have, please, for my lovely Cancerians? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 9th of Jan, heading into the weekend, into a new week. What do we have for my lovely Cancerians? Thank you, Michael. All right. I'm hearing someone say to themselves, this is incredibly important. Everything else has to be put on the back burner. We need to concentrate on this now. I'm almost getting a sense of urgency. I don't think you're stressed, but I do think, Cancer, you're very, very serious. You're very, very serious about something. Okay, people, let's see what's going on. The Empress. You could be sat in Empress energy, Cancer, needing to take control of a situation. Or Cancer, you could be a masculine communicating with your wife or with an older woman who could be a Taurian or a Libra, okay? You're talking to someone about working in partnership to mend a situation, Cancer. Because with the energy of the Four of Cups, you're realizing someone is very unhappy. Queen of Pentacles. The Fool. Cancer, what I'm getting here is either someone took a leap of faith and a risk to lock down quite a lot of money and left someone out in the mix. Or Cancer, you are dealing with a situation where you are moving forward as a masculine with a Queen of Pentacles onto a new path. This is a new love. But you have an Empress who is very upset and you're trying to balance maybe a family situation. This could be simply a third-party situation where you're dealing with a lot of emotions and a lot of people, okay? Four of Wands. you're thinking about a new relationship, or you're thinking about the Empress, a property, could be an older woman and a property, or making sure, Cancer, that if you're moving forward with a new woman, you're making sure that your ex-wife is stable. You could be. Four of Pentacles. Whoever this Empress is, Cancer, is desperately hanging on to a property. She's very worried about money. Yeah, with the Moon, she's very worried about money. She's worried about her future, Cancer, because she feels as if you're heading off on a new journey with a new woman. I think, Cancer, you are leaving behind your wife. You are maybe divorcing or legally separating from your wife. You're on a new path. You are interested in building a new life with the Queen of Pentacles. But you know you've left behind a very unhappy ex-partner that you are having to talk to about money, assets, settlement, a house. You know she's very upset because not only have you chosen to move forward to somebody else, but you may have put her in a precarious situation financially. She's telling you, Cancer, she wants to hang on to a property here because she sat in fear that when you leave, her finances are going to be very up and down. The house could be worth quite a lot of money, Cancer. Whilst you are thinking about new love, you're thinking about your new partner to be, this Queen of Pentacles, your ex-wife is stressing out about her financial future. Two of Wands. You're both kind of sat at crossroads trying to decide how to manage the situation. Your ex-partner may be saying, well, I'm sorry, but I don't want to sell the house and divide the proceeds. I want the house to be in my name. Seven of Cups. You're both looking at options of how to amicably separate so that, Cancer, you have enough money to start a new life with your Queen of Pentacles and your ex-wife is not stressed out about finances. I think this is an amicable separation or divorce. Yeah, a lot of communication, Eight of Wands, about how to manage this. Two of Swords. But you're very confused, Cancer, because I don't think this Empress is communicating with you anymore. You're basically saying to this Empress, I'm really sorry that it's come to this. I want to make sure you're financially stable, but we need to be very careful about our main asset, which could be a house worth a lot of money. What you're basically saying to your Empress is, I am not happy with just handing over the house to you. Now, it could be, Cancer, you've got to think about children in the mix. You want to make sure maybe that you divide the proceeds of the house down the middle, because maybe you want to make sure that there's money left over for the children. I'm sure your Empress would want that too, but you're very nervous in just putting the house in your Empress's name. It may also be, Cancer, as a masculine, that you want to withdraw some money from the sale of the house also because you want something to build on with your new partner. Yeah. Under the deck, my lovely Cancerians. Oh, Seven of Swords. Okay. So, Cancer, you may have had an affair on your partner, admitted the truth. Okay, I'm really, really sorry. I stepped out on you. I've actually fallen in love with someone. I'm wanting to talk about legal separation and divorce. You are looking at past mistakes. It could be we should have managed our money in a more intelligent fashion in the past. You are taking off in a new direction, passionate new start with a new woman, with the Queen of Pentacles. You are heading off with the Queen of Pentacles with the energy of the Chariot. Okay, you could be buying a new home. You are walking away from your Empress. Okay, You two may be battling things out with a lawyer, although I think up until this point it has been quite amicable. You want to think about money for your children or your child, Page of Pentacles. And you want to make sure, Cancer, to be honest, that your Empress, who is going to be single, is not stressed about money. Again, this is an amicable divorce or separation. You want her to sit in a place of temperance, in a place of peace and calm, okay? Because you know very well, Cancer, that in the nicest sense, 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords, you betrayed her. So when you move into a new cycle, Cancer, you want to make sure that the family money is divided up equally and it's fair before you completely detach. Now, Cancer, the issue is she's not happy because she wants the house, but that might be the major asset that you two have built up between the two of you. It could be the largest asset relating to the family wealth. What are you going to say to your Empress? Because she's very upset here because you're saying, hang on, I don't think it's right that I put the house directly in your name because it's worth a lot of money. That's what she's wanting, Cancer. But you're thinking about your children here. The Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. And that one, okay. 6 of Wands. You're trying to manifest victory and success, Cancer, in the situation. Yes, because you want to be with your lover. You want to head off to be with a person that you've fallen for. But you're worried that if your wife puts her foot down, you're going to end up in the 5 of Pentacles with nothing to rebuild with. Or you're worried that your children are going to be left with very little money. I don't know why you'd feel that way, Cancer, because surely the children's mother would want money to go to the children, unless the children are much older and your wife, your ex-wife to be, is of the mindset of, well, the kids are going to be fine, they're going to get money in my will. Your will too, Cancer, right? But you may feel, Cancer, the children need money now. And you're very worried if you just sign over the house to your wife as part of the divorce settlement, your kids are going to be left feeling a little bit nervous financially. But again, there's guilt because you sabotage the marriage. It's as if I can't put my foot down because I'm the one leaving. What are you concerned about here? 3 of Cups. There may be 2 other women in the picture. This could be your wife and older children. Yeah, Page of Cups. You may plan on apologizing to your children who may not know yet that you are divorcing their mother. They could be older children living away from home. Yeah, you're apologizing for ending the marriage. You're going to be. You know they're going to be heartbroken. You know they're going to be even more heartbroken if you admit to them that you've signed over the deeds of the house, which could be a lot of money, to their mother. As in, you're not going to get a penny until it comes to reading the will in 20 years' time or whatever. What is the Empress going to do? Is she going to relent, divide the assets, or does she want the house? The Star. What is she going to do? The King of Pentacles. 6 of Swords. Justice. Okay, Cancer. She wants you to be responsible for the children. What she's basically saying to you, well, if you're going to sabotage the marriage, if you want to be with another woman, okay, but I want the house signed over in my name. I'm not happy with having to move out of the house, selling the house, living somewhere much smaller so, you know, we can give money to the kids now. Not happy with that. The kids can wait. Knight of Pentacles. The kids can wait. If you want this to be smooth and amicable, Cancer, which is what she's saying to you, I want the house in my name, and then you can head off, live your lovely new life with your new woman, right? But I think this is fair. I think this is balanced. I want the house in my name, is what I'm getting here. The kids can wait. What is your response to that, Cancer? You're very burdened by that decision that she's made because you don't actually feel that's right. If you two have got slightly older children, they may be of the age where they need financial assistance. You may be wanting to provide them with, say, early inheritance, and you can't do that if the majority of the assets are locked in a house that is going to be transferred to your ex-wife's name. What are you saying to your ex-wife here, this Empress? She needs to do some soul searching. You want her to think about the children now as opposed to just wanting the house transferred to her name. What are you saying to her? We want everyone to be happy, including the children, right? Because this is going to be a blow when they find out, when we tell them. It's going to be a blow. They're going to be all stressed out and upset anyway. And then when they find out, they're not going to get a penny of their inheritance until we've actually passed. When Cancer, you may know they need the money now. What are you saying to your ex-partner, this Empress? Yeah. Cancer, this is going to be a tough one. What you're saying to her is, I think you're asking for too much. I think you're only believing that you should have the money because you're wanting to be sat in overindulgence. It could be a very expensive property. You're saying, Cancer, to your ex-wife, we've got to think about the children. I don't want you to just think about yourself. Sorry. Cancer, you are actually trying to protect your children's financial stability. But your ex-partner is so upset because what she doesn't want to have to do is move out of the house and sell it and move somewhere else. It's almost as if she's saying to you, well, why should I? Because you're the one that's left me to go off with another woman. You are trying to get her to see the child or children's perspective in this, not just her own perspective. You believe that if you did this, yes, she would be very happy. She would be sat in abundance, sitting in a beautiful house on her own. But ultimately, the child or children, the son can be a child, we've got a page here, right, would suffer. You're trying to sort of get through to her. You're not trying to be difficult. You just want her to think about the children. You may also, Cancer, be slightly worried about karma. You may be very spiritual as a Cancerian masculine, okay? So I think you are putting that point across to your Empress. This may be stalemate for a couple of months. There's no outcome here. But I think you are asking your ex-partner to think about the children in this, not just herself, okay? All right, Cancer, bit of a challenge, but that's what we have. Take care of you guys, and we're now moving to the sign of Leo. Hello, my beautiful Leos. How goes it, guys? Let's get into this and find out what's going to be happening over the next few days. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my Cancerians, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 9th of Jan, heading into the weekend and into a new week. What do we have for my lovely Leos? What do we have for my lovely Leos? Thank you, Michael. I'm seeing in my mind's eye the King of Wands. It could be connecting with a masculine Leo for this particular reading. We will see, guys. The Page of Swords. Leo, whoever you are in the mix, you are thinking about a difficult message of truth. You're thinking about something someone said. It could have been a very serious message. And you're thinking about the 10 of Cups. You're thinking about a family situation. 6 of Pentacles. You're thinking about divorce, Leo, or you're thinking about your children and money. You are trying to sort out the finances within a family dynamic. Because what you're realizing is, with the 9 of Wands, someone is highly stressed. This could be one of your kids. I don't know why all this money and inheritance thing has come up so strongly at this time, but there we go. Could be the start of a new year. People are assessing their finances, right? 4 of Pentacles. Someone here is, in the nicest sense, Leo, calling you out for being a little bit mean, and I hate to say that, desperately hanging on to every penny, holding back from helping them financially. I think one of your children's calling you out, Leo. Come on, Dad, put your hand in your pocket, you know, that sort of thing. We're struggling here, or I'm struggling here. It's been a bit of a tower moment for you, Leo. I think one of your children or your child has been very blunt with you. Dad, I'm really struggling here. I can't believe you're not helping me. You're my dad, right? I definitely feel as if I'm connecting with a masculine, guys. Leo, to be honest with you, you may be feeling guilty. You may be feeling, you know what, looking at it from their perspective, they're right. Yeah. The High Priestess. Leo, you may also have been keeping a secret from your child or children, or you could be feeling that a Pisces or a Cancerian is very upset with you to the point where they may not be speaking to you. And it worries you, Leo. You're really thinking about this. With the energy of the Emperor, I think this is you sat in the energy of head of a family, right? Husband, dad. You are wanting to take control. You're wanting to do the right thing, to act with integrity. King of Cups, because you love your kids or you love your child, right? 9 of Swords. And you've been having sleepless nights about the future. You're realizing, Leo, with the energy of the Star, you want to heal this family situation. You want to do the right thing. You're realizing your child or children is right. High Priest. You are deciding to follow a step-by-step process to do the right thing. I think that's what you're deciding to do, Leo. Because the Ace of Swords, the truth is you are sitting on a lot of money. That is the truth. 10 of Pentacles. Whereas whoever is very stressed out here may be finding it hard to make ends meet. With the energy of the Sun, you become enlightened that they're not happy with the way you're managing the family money. You've been stuck in your head about this. You have been very kind, you know. You've said to your kids or your child, I do care about you, I do love you, right? But you have been absolutely determined to hang on to either a property worth a lot of money, or you've been determined to hang on to the full 10 of Pentacles, as in, my kids are okay, they can get better jobs, you know, we had to struggle when we were their age, you know, that sort of attitude. But what you're recognizing is someone here is stuck. And you've been looking a little bit at past mistakes. You know, I was all about saving money, not spending money, all about locking my finances away. Or you could be talking about this to a partner. What you're recognizing is you have to take charge now. Yeah, Leo, and we have you, King of Wands. So you're coming through as the Emperor and the King of Wands. You're taking charge, Leo, having done a lot of soul searching with maybe your partner, who could be a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Libra. Okay, you've been doing some soul searching, and what you've decided to do is, in order to make your child or children happy, to move all of you to calmer waters, you need to apologize for hanging on so tightly to your money, because you've been sat feeling very nostalgic about your kids when they were little, and you're deciding to do the right thing. Whatever that thing is, this is you making sure that whoever here is struggling, whether it's 2 children, 1 child, 3 kids, you're doing the right thing. If you've been hanging on to money and not being generous because the attitude was, well, we had to suffer when we were their age, you're realizing, Leo, times have changed. You know, it's very difficult these days to move yourself into a really stable place financially. It's not like it was 20, 30 years ago. So, Leo, you are deciding to do the right thing financially by your child or children. Okay? All right, guys, I hope that's helped. I'm leaving it there. And we're now moving to the sign of Virgo. Okay, people, how is it going, my Virgos? I hope we get out of this family, money, inheritance, kids thing. Oh my gosh, but it's the beginning of a new year, right? People are thinking about ending marriages. People are worried about money, all that type of thing. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Virgos, please? Friday, the 9th of Jan, heading into the weekend and into a new week. What do we have for Virgo? Thank you, Michael. I'm seeing somebody looking at a sketch, a plan, and they're turning it round and looking at it another way. I don't know what that means. You could be turning something on its head. You could be seeing somebody else's perspective. Okay, guys, let's have a look. The Hanged Man. Yeah, you're seeing things differently. You may be seeing somebody else's perspective, or you could, Virgo, be thinking about someone who's been self-sacrificing, or you could be thinking of a Pisces in particular. 8 of Wands, because there's been quite a lot of communication from this person relating to the fact, Virgo, that they feel stuck. With the energy of the world, they could live in another area. With the energy of the Magician, Virgo, you really want to close out the situation. You want to close out the cycle of, in the nicer sense, this person keeping messaging you saying, I'm stuck, I'm self-sacrificing, I'm not happy. And I think, Virgo, with the King of Pentacles, you're looking at this situation very carefully. You're looking at this situation very carefully. 6 of Wands. King of Swords. You want to come up with a concrete plan so there is victory and success. So this issue can be closed out for good. Knight of Swords. Seven of Pentacles, yeah, okay. Because Virgo, you might have made some financial mistakes in the past. This could be to do with money. And you know this person deep down has been thinking about this. They haven't let it go. They're very worried. And they want you to sort of step up in some way. You know they're still angry about this. Virgo, with the energy of the Hermit, you've been doing some soul searching. You have tried to distance yourself from the situation simply to gain some peace and quiet. But what you're recognizing now is you have to work on sorting this out. Whatever this issue was, again, could be to do with money. so that you can at last move to calmer waters, Virgo, and this situation will never be brought up again. You want to close this out. This might be a child of yours, or you may feel that you need to officially apologize and sort this for good. Yeah, because this has gone on way too long. This could have been several years. Someone's been sacrificing. And what you're recognizing is you have to make sure this is sorted. 3 of Wands. I think, Virgo, you were waiting for your ships to come in. It could be you had plans to use money for something else. But there was a Tower moment relating to a Queen of Wands, an Aries, Leo, Sag, who might have sat in self-love, been a little bit self-serving, which caused you to have to juggle money. And what you're thinking about now is, okay, got to pull the troops together in the family to try and work something out, because whoever's been sacrificing is very unhappy. Very unhappy here. Yeah. Whoever this person is sat in the 9 of Swords. So I don't know who the Queen of Wands is or was. I don't know, Virgo, whether or not there was a third party in the mix, but you are deciding to do the right thing. Yeah. So Virgo, you are stepping up. You are sorting this out. Whatever this issue was, it's been going on for way too long. Could have been going on for several years. You may know that you might have needed to apologize, but you didn't. You might have hoped to get away with victory and success by being a bit strategic. But Virgo, this person's angry. They're still angry. They're still upset underneath because nothing concrete was done. You might have given this person a little bit, breadcrumb them a little bit, hoping that they would just deal with their situation and not keep coming back to you. But Virgo, they're very angry. They're very upset. It's as if, you know, you're not doing anything here, Virgo. And you may feel the only way to close this out is to balance this out for good. And then finally you and whoever else you're connected to can move to calmer waters. Yeah. So my lovely Virgos, that is what we have for you. I really hope it's helped. Take care of you guys. And we're now moving to the sign of Libra. Hello, my gorgeous Libras. How goes it, guys? Let's have a look and see what's going to be happening for you Friday, the 9th of Jan, heading into the weekend and into a new week. I've just seen the 2 of Swords want to come out. You may be sitting in denial, Libra, or you may be just simply deciding not to communicate with someone. There might have been an argument. We will see, guys. Hope not. Oh, okay, Tower. All right. 2 of Swords, Tower. Are you preventing a Tower moment? Yeah, these cards want to speak. Let's get them out on the table. My beautiful Libras. Let's see what's going on, people. Oh, wow. 10 of Pentacles. So, Libra, you are married or you're thinking about a lot of money. Okay. 4 of Pentacles, you are wanting to hang on to a house, a long-term commitment, or a lot of money. Page of Wands. But you're dealing, Libra, here with someone who's angry that you might have sabotaged a situation. And you've been trying to placate this person by kind words, telling them that you care about them. But Libra, what you're realizing is it's not working. You could be trying to say to someone, I care about you, sorry you're in that situation, but you don't want to help them financially. Tower. There it is. 5 of Cups. Libra, what you're realizing is the person that you have been communicating very amicably with, trying to calm this person down because they may be upset that you've been holding on to money, maybe not wanting to give them a helping hand. What you're realizing is, Tower moment, they are completely shutting down. They're completely shutting down. Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. I've got to admit, guys, I think I'm connecting with a masculine Libra. I think, Libra, you have been in a difficult situation with your partner, Queen of Pentacles, who has been trying to say to you, unless you release your grip on our money and do something about this, this person that we care about is going to completely detach. What you've been saying to your Queen of Pentacles, Libra, is, don't worry, it's going to be fine. This person's not going anywhere. They're part of the family, or they know we care about them. But the Tower moment for you, Libra, is this person is actually detaching. And what your Queen of Pentacles is saying to you is, okay, Libra, enough hanging on to their money. We've got to move. We've got to come up with a lump sum of money. Otherwise, we're going to lose this family member or this person we care about. You didn't want to look at this before, Libra, but what you're realizing is she's right. Your Queen of Pentacles is right. Knight of Wands. You may be actually preparing to uproot and move. What she's saying is, we can't keep hanging on to the 10 of Pentacles, Libra, because we're going to lose someone we care about. We have to divide up the money. We have to be generous here. We have to work in partnership together to make sure this doesn't just disintegrate. The High Priestess. Because whoever is really upset here is no longer communicating. They've cut off communication. Because, Libra, what you're realizing is you did leave this person in a very difficult situation. 9 of Wands. And what you're recognizing is 8 of Wands. They have been trying to communicate with you that they need help, but you've been disregarding whatever they've been saying, rather than telling them, okay, I'm going to help you, or we are going to help you. What you've been saying to this person is, oh, but we love you. Oh, but we care about you. I'm sure you'll be fine. Yeah, don't worry about anything. But Libra, what you're recognizing is they are in dire straits, is what I'm hearing. They're in dire straits. And you're now beginning to feel guilty, knowing that you've been desperately trying to hang on to your 10 of Pentacles when someone here, Libra, needs your help, you know? And I think your Queen of Pentacles is saying to you, okay, Libra, enough of you hanging on to all this money. We've got to do the right thing here. Libra, is this about money again? Okay. 8 of Swords. You've been trapped in a mental prison about this situation, Libra. You have been trying to look at any other option of balancing out a situation or making things right or making this person feel better. But what you're recognizing is 9 of Swords. They are in a really tough spot. And you're beginning to feel really burdened because you know that they know you have been holding on to a lot of money, but not actually wanting to do very much to help them on a practical basis. You may feel, Libra, that if you take a leap of faith and a risk, and it could be releasing family money, it might put you in a difficult situation later on. So with the energy of the 7 of Wands, you have been defensive. You have, in the nicest sense, Libra, pushed this person away. But I think with the Empress, who is your Queen of Pentacles, What she is saying to you is, we can't keep sitting in all this overindulgence. We can't keep sitting on the Ten of Pentacles while someone here is sat feeling stressed, feeling worried, feeling as if we don't care. We can't keep doing this morally. We can't keep holding back. Because eventually, this person's just going to walk away and leave. So, Libra, again, this could be a family situation. It could be about money. You know, we have a situation here where, Libra, you are very financially stable with your Queen of Pentacles, but you have been desperately hanging on to the Ten of Pentacles, a lot of money. Well, someone here has got more and more angry about the fact that you keep telling them you care, but your actions speak otherwise. What they've been saying to you is, okay, well, Mr. Libra, if you care, you do something concrete to help, but you're not. You're just telling me that you care. Well, obviously not, because you're happy to see me struggle here. You're happy to see me sat in the Nine of Wands, and I'm fed up with this. Your Queen of Pentacles, Libra, is saying to you, okay, we have to do this. We have to come up with a large amount of money, or we have to move to make things right. So I think, Libra, you are agreeing at this point. It's almost as if you feel, if you don't do this, things are going to get really bad. So you are going to relinquish your hold on the Ten of Pentacles and do the right thing. And Libra, I feel as if we've had this reading a couple of times already, but that is what we have for you guys, okay? So my Libras, take care of you, and we're now moving to the sign of Scorpio. So my beautiful Scorpios, let's get into this, find out what's going to be happening for you guys. Let's hope this is not about family, money. It's been a bit ridiculous. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Scorpios? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Friday the 9th of Jan. Heading into the weekend and into a new week. Ooh, gonna take them. They look relevant. Death card, Queen of Cups. You could be nostalgic about the past. And they're jumping out. Wheel of Destiny. What do we do, Michael, please? They're part of the reading. Okay. All right. I'm hearing someone say, I've waited a long time for this. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Okay. All right, guys. So let's start with that one. That one was the first one. So Scorpio, you have been thinking about the past or thinking about a past life soulmate. And then we have these, Queen of Cups. This could be you. I could be connecting with a feminine Scorpio. Yes, who has been waiting a long time, I think, for someone to commit to you, Scorpio. With the energy of the world, you've been waiting for someone to close out a cycle to commit to you. Because you have been manifesting a King of Pentacles, maybe a Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn from your past, who may have been married. You may be waiting for this person to divorce, to commit to you. Because you believe, Scorpio, that you two met for a reason. You've been dreaming of moving forward with this person and building a brand new life, which you hope would transform the situation. So, but, Five of Pentacles. There may be financial issues this King of Pentacles is facing. He may have said to you, well, I know you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, but I've got a lot of problems here. He may be telling you he can't afford to divorce. He may be. Let's see. Three of Swords. Eight of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. The Hierophant. Okay, Two of Pentacles. Scorpio, what this King of Pentacles is telling you is, I have been waiting for this too. I love you too. I want this too. But I'm having to manage a difficult situation. Whereas if I do what I feel I should do relating to my partner, and this again could be about money. Okay, guys, we've got a lot of Pentacles energy here. I'm going to find myself in a very difficult financial situation if I do, in inverted commas, what I should do. I'm brokenhearted because I want to leave to be with you, but I am trying to work things out with my long-term partner. There's a lot of money wrapped up in the marriage, and with the Two of Pentacles, I'm going to have to juggle a lot of money around to have something to bring to the table in a new cycle with you. Basically, financially, things are looking difficult. Underneath the deck, the Four of Wands. Scorpio, whoever this King of Pentacles is telling you that he might have sabotaged his family's stability. Five of Swords, the Four of Wands. And he is trying to move everyone to calmer waters, to mend maybe family hurt, family upset. But he's in his head whether or not he can do that. Okay? What he's saying to you, Scorpio, is Six of Pentacles. I've got to think about everyone in the mix. I do want to divorce because I'm dreaming of building a life with you. You are my Ten of Cups. But I'm holding back from leaving a family dynamic because I've got to think about three people in the mix who rely on me, maybe financially. Scorpio, whoever your King of Pentacles is telling you, I've got to try and divide money three ways. And with the Four of Cups, I know that people are going to be very upset once they realize I'm leaving. I'm trying to be strategic about this. I'm trying to do the right thing legally so I can move to calmer waters to be with you. But I've got to sort out the money first. Eight of Pentacles. I've got to sort out the money first. You've got to bear with me, okay? So, my Scorps, shall we see whether or not this King of Pentacles is going to be able to get out of the situation? The Seven of Swords. Okay. This could have been a clandestine affair, a secret affair, where both of you were incredibly happy, but both of you were sat in overindulgence. Emperor. What he's saying to you is, Scorpio, he wants to do the right thing. He wants to act with integrity so he doesn't look back in regret, right? But he's actually worried, Scorpio, and I should say he's worried that if he doesn't do the right thing, he's going to face some kind of karma. He could be very spiritual. He doesn't want to look back in regret. He's really worried that if he just ups and leaves and doesn't think about the family he's leaving behind, he's always going to regret it. He might have made some financial mistakes in the past, which are now coming back to haunt him. It could be he didn't lock his money away properly. He didn't manage his money, his investments in the way he should. What else is he saying to you? King of Wands. He wants to be with you. He is taking action. He could have fire in his chart. He is taking action towards you, Scorpio. You're coming through in pre-Empress energy. Yeah, I mean, he loves you. He wants to be with you. There's no question of that. But Scorpio, what he's saying to you is there's going to be a delay. I can't just up and leave my family in chaos and upset and financial instability. You've got to understand that. I think you do, Scorpio, but it's not really what you want to hear. Yeah, it's not what you want to hear. 5 of Cups is you saying to this person, how long do I have to wait? They're basically saying, you know, it is going to happen, but you're going to need to just give me time to sort this out. Yeah, he does love you. 2 of Cups, he does love you. So what he's saying is, just bear with me. This will be sorted out. Okay? Yeah. So Scorps, I am leaving it there. I really hope it's helped. Take care of you. Have a lovely weekend. And we're now moving to the sign of Sagittarius. So here we go, my beautiful Saggies. I hope you guys are well. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see what's going on, Sag. Girls are wanting to speak. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my gorgeous Sagittarians? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Masculine or feminine, Friday, the 9th of Jan, 2026. 8 of Pentacles, you may be burning the candle at both ends, Sag. You may be working very hard. You may be looking at your finances very carefully, guys. Yeah. Yeah. This is you. Be careful you're not turning into a workaholic, Saggy, guys. Don't burn out, people. I know you can manage millions of things at once, but, you know, be careful, guys. The Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're on fire. You are working on moving forward with speed. Wow. You may be communicating with someone, Sag. 8 of Wands. But with the energy of the moon, you're very nervous because the future is unknown. You could be communicating with a Cancerian or a Leo. Okay. Temperance. That's your energy, Saggy. 3 of Swords. Why are you heartbroken, guys? Okay, you may be heartbroken about a Queen of Pentacles. Bless you. That you love. But you're looking at past mistakes. Oh, Sag. Okay. I may be connecting with a masculine. Saggy, what I'm getting here is you want to work on a passionate new start with a Queen of Pentacles. But you're afraid to communicate with her, so you've been holding back because you made some mistakes in the past. Now, you might have cheated on her. Sorry to say that, but you may have done. You might have chosen somebody else. You may have been more about your career, your money than her. You're looking at the past. I think with the energy of justice, you're wanting to balance out the situation. Yeah, you're wanting to reunite with your Queen of Pentacles. Bless you, Saggy. But you're worried here, I think, guys. Yeah, because with the 4 of Cups, you don't think she's going to take you back. Because you walked away from her in the past. Okay, Sag, you were wanting to reunite with a Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn woman. But you're really worried that because you left her in the past or you chose somebody else in the past, she doesn't want to know. Underneath the deck, guys, 7 of Swords. Okay. You might have cheated on her in the past, juggled her with somebody else in the past. Sag, we all make mistakes. Yeah, you could have had a one-night stand on her. You might have cheated on her, stepped out with another woman. And it's been a long time coming since you have realized you want her back in your life. The problem is, with the energy of the world, you believe that she's already closed out the cycle. You believe it's done for her, Ace of Swords, because she found out the truth that you were unfaithful. Sag, you want this woman back. King of Wands, you want this woman back. You believe she's actually the person that you're supposed to end up with, but you're worried that you might have sabotaged this. Yeah. You're worried you might have sabotaged a beautiful connection with your Queen of Pentacles because you stepped out and had a fling with a Queen of Wands. You flirted with a Queen of Wands. And you stood at crossroads for quite a long time, Sag, not knowing what to do. I think, Sag, this is you moving towards this Queen of Pentacles, saying to her, I love you, I'm really sorry, I made some past mistakes, I want to balance things out by reuniting with you, but I was worried about reaching out because I thought you'd reject me because I walked away from you in the past. Okay, Sag, let's have a look, let's get you out of your misery, let's see what the Queen of Pentacles is going to say. High Priestess. She may want to talk to you about a Pisces or a Cancerian, or she may not say very much, Sag. Oh, the reason why she's not going to say very much is she's quietly dating a King of Cups. Oh, Sag, it might be too late. She's moved herself to calmer waters. She is now dating a King of Cups. She's dating another guy, Sag. She's taken a leap of faith and a risk and moved herself into a connection with a King of Cups who, oh, Sag, I'm sorry, she's fallen in love with. She loves this guy. What is she going to say to Sag? We can be friends. It's not what you want to hear, Saggy, I know. She's saying to you, we can be friends. Page of Pentacles. But I'm dating another guy. What are you going to say to her? But I'm confused because we loved each other. What is she going to say to that? Well, sorry, Sag, but you betrayed me. Wow. All right, guys. Saggy, I'm really sorry because everyone makes mistakes. I mean, this is simply woulda, coulda, shoulda. I wish I had never stepped out on this woman in the past. Because what you're realizing is she's moved on. She's met a King of Cups. You're telling her, but, you know, I fell in love with you. She's saying, I'm sorry. I'm now with somebody else. We can be friends. You're there saying, well, I'm really confused. Hang on, hang on. You know, let's sort this out. She's saying, I'm sorry. You betrayed me. You cheated on me. And I've met someone else. So, Sag, you may have to cut your losses. You may have to move on, okay? But at least in many ways you know, and you're not sitting there in a mental prison thinking, well, what if, right? At least you know the truth. You can let her get on with her life, and there will be, I'm sure, someone else in your future. Okay, guys? So, my Saggies, I am leaving the reading there. I really hope it's helped. Take care of you, Saggy, and we're now moving to the sign of Capricorn. Hello, my beautiful Capricorns. I hope life is treating you well. I hope things are good with you. Let's see what's going on over the next few days. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Capricorns, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, masculine or feminine? What do we have for my Capricorns? Friday, the 9th of Jan, heading into the weekend and into a new week. Can't believe we're in 2026, guys. Unbelievable. So one card flew out. We will have a little look, see what's going on. Knight of Wands. So Capricorn, you could be on the move. You could be racing from place to place. You could be feeling very passionate about your life. You could be thinking about a younger fire sign. Could be. Let's see. Oh, Knight of Swords. You may be having a bit of a tense conversation with someone, Capricorn. They could be a Taurian, or you are angry and you're talking about rules, regulations, a very traditional path. You could be angry, thinking that this person stepped out on you if you're married to this person. We're married? Can't believe you had a fling, right? 10 of Wands, or Cappy, you found out that someone here is married and they made out that they were single, and it's causing you to feel burdened because this person was your 9 of Cups. Okay. King of Swords. You may feel, Cappy, this person was strategic. They may have gotten away with it because they might have lived at a distance from you, hidden the fact that they were married. Karma. Wow. Something came to light, Capricorn. And I think this person who was strategic faced karma. Everything came to light. And this was actually all orchestrated by the divine. I think the divine came in to protect you, to shed light on this deception, this secret, this lie, so you wouldn't be hurt any more than you already were. Queen of Cups. Okay. 5 of Wands. Oh my goodness. It may even be, Capricorn, that a Queen of Cups told you the truth. Cappy, just so that you know, this person's married. You never knew. Could be a friend of yours. Or Cappy, you could be sat in the Queen of Cups feeling all upset, realizing that this person cheated. Now, you could be the third party. You could have found out that a family member cheated, whoever you are in the mix. But whoever this person was very strategic about this. They planned this. I think, Cappy, with the 4 of Cups, this is you just very upset. Can't believe it. With the energy of the Hangman, you're seeing things completely differently. You're seeing things completely differently. You're realizing this person sat on their high horse, right? 6 of Wands, victory and success, thinking you'd never find out when you did. Yeah. Wow. Page of Pentacles. You may find out there's a baby mama in the mix. You may find out, Cappy, King of Pentacles, that this guy is married. This is you feeling incredibly confused. What the hell's going on? I thought they were single. You're going to be confused because you're going to find out that with the Queen of Pentacles, they are indeed married. They kept this a secret. This person kept it secret that they were in a really serious situation, I think married, and they never told you. Temperance. There could have been a Sag here who might have been involved. Cappy, I'm so sorry, guys. You're going to feel heartbroken because what you're realizing is there was a lot that was hidden from you. You're going to hold back, Capricorn, and concentrate on you. This is you realizing this was not meant to be. Now, Knight of Cups. This person may charge back into your life telling you they love you. But Capricorn, I think you're going to say to this person, I am sorry, but I have a lot to offer. I'm not messing around with someone who's married. You're giving this person a difficult message of truth, Capricorn. Yeah, you're going to be very defensive. Because what you're realizing is they hid the truth. That they were actually quietly hanging on to a long-term commitment. Yeah. So, Cappy, this is a bit of a challenge for you. Now, if you're a masculine, you may find out that a water sign lied to you. They weren't, in fact, single. They were married. And this is you upset. If you're a feminine Capricorn, you're going to find out that this guy is sat with a wife, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and he didn't have the courage to tell you the truth that he wasn't single. You could realize that this was simply a third-party situation. Okay, guys? But you're going to stand up for yourself because you have a lot to offer. You're going to turn away from this person who keeps telling you they love you, because what you're saying to them is, I don't care how much you love me. You're not single, right? So you're going to pull back. You're going to hold back. And I think this person's going to head off and possibly just carry on living their life with their partner. You're seeing things differently here. This person just wanted their ego fed. Okay? So, Cappy, a challenging read, but I really hope it's helped. Take care of you guys, and we're now moving to the sign of Aquarius. Hey there, Aquarius. How are things going, people? Hope you're well. Great to be with you, and let's get into this. Here we go. Archangel Michael, what do we have for Aquarius, please? Heading into the weekend and a brand new week, Friday, the 9th of Jan, 2026. I don't know why I'm seeing the number 28 in my head. It may be a very relevant date for you. 28. It could be you're making a decision to work on a situation. 2, making a decision. 8, working on a situation. You may also be thinking about closing out a cycle. 2 and 8 is obviously 10. That's completion. It could be somebody's date of birth, though. Right, day they were born, something like that. You could live in number 28. Okay, guys. Let's delve in. See what's going to be happening. Wow. Starting off with a Tower. Aquarius. Aries energy, Scorpio energy. 9 of Pentacles. There's going to be a Tower moment about someone sat in pre-Empress energy who lives at a distance. And Aquarius, you are looking at past mistakes. Either, Aquarius, you're thinking, I shouldn't have stayed with a Scorpio because I'm now realizing that I've met my pre-Empress. This is the woman I want to be with. You could meet someone, Aquarius, and suddenly think, oh my Lord, look at that woman. She's amazing. Could have been somebody you disregarded in the past. Wow. 8 of Cups. This is someone, Aquarius, that you walked away from, but you are now looking at this woman thinking, what an idiot. Why did I walk away from this woman? Okay, Aqua, you may have betrayed her in the past because you didn't want to leave a long-term situation. You might have just wanted to dip into some options because you were unhappy in your relationship. You are now looking back at a particular lover, realizing that she was actually worth you ending your relationship to be with. And this is you looking back thinking, I can't believe I didn't see her worth before. You're realizing, Aquarius, you develop strong feelings for this woman. And you want to take action because you're realizing you're still very attracted to this woman. You may be thinking, would she accept a living together situation? You're in your head, how do I get back into this woman's life? How do I reapproach her? I don't know what I'm going to do here. Two of Pentacles. Because this is you realizing that she figured out that you were trying to juggle her with maybe a long-term partner. Wow, Aquarius. It's as if, boom, I am smitten. Ace of Pentacles. You may be frantically trying to separate from your partner. You may be wanting to communicate to this woman that you are leaving your partner. You are wanting to take a leap of faith and a risk, Aqua. But you may realize, Aquarius, this woman is saying to you, but you betrayed me, but you hurt me, but you left me feeling very unhappy. What you're saying to her is, I am so sorry, but I've realized I'm still in love with you. I'm sorry I held back, right? I'm sorry it's taken me so long to recognize that you're the one I want to be with. I am so sorry I left you out in the cold. What she's going to say to you, Aqua, is, well, that's okay, but I've healed. You did put me through a really difficult situation. Thank you for the apology, but I've moved myself to calmer waters. I'm now sitting in victory and success, and I'm just not interested. Okay, Aqua, I am sorry, guys, but this is kind of a done deal. This is you realizing that you are very unhappy in a long-term situation and you are looking back. It might be you're finding someone online and thinking to yourself, holy moly, she's gorgeous. And wow, she seems to be doing very well. Why on earth did I treat her like a one-night stand or an option? I want to go for it. But Aquarius, what you're recognizing is she closed this out a while ago. She healed a while ago. So whatever you are suggesting you do now, as in, this is you contacting her to say, hey, remember me, I am so sorry about the past. I think I still love you. I was in another connection, but I'm trying to get out of it because I want to be with you. She may simply say, I'm sorry, it's too late. So Aqua, you may have missed the boat on this one, guys. I am sorry. Is she going to communicate with you? Is she going to communicate with you? She may not. She may not. Four of Pentacles. Why is she going to hold back from Aquarius? Because, Aqua, you might have done something to hurt her. You might have done something a bit sneaky in the past. I'm sorry, guys. She could be a Cancerian, this woman. But with the moon, she is simply sat in fear that this wouldn't be a legitimate relationship. What is she most fearful about? She could be a Gemini. She's fearful, Aquarius, that she would just end up being your lover. She may worry that you would not have the courage to leave a long-term situation. I don't think this is going to work, guys. I am so sorry. Ace of Swords, you're going to realize this is really dumb. This is really done, Aqua. Okay? So, guys, I am leaving it there. I really hope it's helped. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the final sign of Pisces. Okay, here we go, my beautiful little fishies. Hope you are well, people. Let's get into this. See what's going on, Pisces. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Pisces, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Cards slipped out of the deck. 2 cards. Okay. What do we have for Pisces, please? Friday, the 9th of Jan, heading into the weekend, into a new week. There could be a Leo, in particular Pisces, who's in love with you, but has been holding back from telling you. Let's see what's going on. Cards are being a bit difficult. So yeah, Pisces, there may be someone who's been holding back from telling you they're in love with you because they might have been afraid you didn't feel the same way. Or contrary to that, somebody may be gathering up the courage to tell you They care. They want to be with you. They might have been holding back from you for quite a long time. Archangel Michael wants those on the table. Okay. Let's see where this goes. My beautiful Pisces. Okay. Oh no. Did this person face karma, Pisces? Did they face karma? And they're coming back in your direction. A lot of Leo energy with the sun. You may become enlightened, Pisces, that when this person treated you badly or left you for somebody else or lied to you, they have received a heavy dose of karma. And they are desperately now wanting to move to calmer waters with you, Pisces. They may not have believed in karma before, and then as soon as they did something that they shouldn't have done, maybe their whole world crashed. I don't know, could be anything. Maybe they fell ill, maybe they lost their job, maybe they just had to experience a domino effect in their life, and they may be looking back thinking, wow, it was after I did something to Pisces. Guys, yeah, Page of Pentacles, they're coming in wanting to right the wrong, wanting your forgiveness. They're coming in with an olive branch. They feel incredibly guilty for whatever they did here. This is someone who was thinking about you from a distance. So whoever this person is, Pisces, lives at a distance from you. They're thinking about the past. They're thinking about the past. And they are suddenly realizing, Pisces, that karma is real. Two of Swords. You may not want to see this person again. You may refuse to answer their messages. You may not want to talk to them. You may not want to see them. Could be an Aries, Pisces, that you're pushing away. This person took some kind of leap of faith and a risk, and then they simply walked away from you. And that is what you may be saying to this person. You put me through a lot of heartbreak and pain. I took a risk on you, and then you just left me, right? Tower. It may be, Pisces, this person even says to you, I want to be with you. I'm breaking free of a relationship because I've realized I want to be with you. But I think, Pisces, the real reason why they are coming back to you is that they have become awoken. They may have gone through ascension. They may have faced a lot of karma, and they are terrified that unless they make things right with you, it's going to get worse. This could be somebody simply acting out of fear of further karma, because they are recognizing that it had something to do with the way they treated you. Wow. In the past, the Chariot, Cancerian energy, Page of Wands. You may have been very angry with this person in the past, Pisces. They may have left very abruptly once you realized what they were planning on doing, or you realized they lied. You might have realized they simply wanted to sit in overindulgence. I think, Pisces, this person is coming back. The universe is forcing this person to come back to you to apologize. They may have to humble themselves to do it. But Seven of Wands, you're going to push them away. If they contact you to say, I want to see you, I really want to meet up, I'm so sorry, you may say, I'm not interested. You may feel, Pisces, that you have received justice already. Even knowing this person has faced karma, even knowing, Pisces, they desperately want to see you, you may see that as you getting justice. You don't even need to meet up with them. What you're going to say to them is, I'm so sorry, I've got a lot on my plate. I'm trying to balance out my life. You could be working on a legal contract. You could be very busy. Pisces, you're not going to say anything else. High Priestess doesn't speak. So I think this person's going to turn up in your life. It could be a shock. It could be totally unexpected. You may be receiving a message out of the blue. What may even be more shocking, Pisces, is they may say to you, I've broken free of a relationship. I've left a relationship. I want to be with you. You may never have expected that to happen. But your reaction is, no, I'm sorry. Sorry you received karma. Sorry you now see my worth, but I've moved on. I'm not interested in this anymore. Wow. Do we have any more information for Pisces? It's going to be a shock, guys. Yeah. Knight of Cups. This person still loves you, Pisces. They want to come in to tell you they love you. Ace of Swords. They want to come in to tell you they love you and they've ended a situation. They want to heal the situation with you. Could be an Aquarian with a star. Could be a King of Wands who suddenly recognizes who you are to them. Who you are to them. But Pisces, this person has faced karma. Oh, shadow side, yeah, because they sat in their shadow. I think they've suddenly realized, Pisces, that karma is real. I think when they did what they did, everything began to just completely disintegrate in their life. And they have somehow linked that karma to you. And not only are they coming back, Pisces, because what they're realizing is they still love you, but they're coming back, Pisces, because they want the karma to stop. What is your energy in this, my Pisces? Yeah, you're sat in the Queen of Swords. You're not playing, guys. You're sat in the Queen of Swords. Yeah, this person caused you a lot of heartbreak, a lot of stress. Sorry, guys, my little Oscar's just jumped on the table. The cards may have moved. 5 of Swords, okay. Pisces, they sabotaged this. They brought nothing but stress and pain and heartbreak and drama into your life. They've sabotaged this already. Yeah. They've sabotaged what could have been a beautiful relationship. They messed up. They messed up. 6 of Pentacles. They may be coming back now to say, I'm divorcing my person. I'm so sorry. I want equal give and take. You're my person. But guys, it's too late. They breadcrumbed you before. And I think you're going to turn your back and say, I'm sorry, but I'm just not interested in this anymore. I'm not interested in you anymore. I've moved into a place of peace. I'm very calm and relaxed. I don't think we should speak again. And that will be that. Pisces, you're standing up for yourself, guys. So I am leaving it there. Thank you everyone for being here. It's been great to be with you. I hope you keep well. Have a lovely weekend. And of course, I will be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, guys. Bye now.